Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Who are you? How did you get in my room? I'm kidding. Welcome to a new series. A video game discussion, a review, discussion, and food. A combination I have barely seen and would like to see more of. So I'm done waiting for someone better than me to do it, and I'm just going to do it myself, so I'm sorry. You're stuck with me. So we're going to pick a game and some food. Maybe link them together, maybe not. Who cares? It's my series. I can do whatever I want. So today's game is Slay the Spire. Today's food is from the Black Spire outpost. And yes, it's because they both have Spire in the name. I know, the game doesn't have food, so I kinda had to wing it a little. And it's the first episode, so lower your expectations. Please. For the first episode, titled
Slay the Black Spire Outpost.
Black Spire Outpost is located in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, in the Disney theme parks. I know, the mouse. And they released a cookbook based on the new park and some of the food items there. We're gonna make a few things from the book, and then we're gonna talk about this game. Great! We made it past the intro. Kinda. Wait a minute. Where's my drink? And why is my plate empty? Let's fix that. Rings of Hudalla. So we're gonna start with 2 large yellow onions. Peel the outside layer and slice into thick sections. After that, we're going to pop out each layer and make rings. And to make sure that they are not flimsy, double up the rings as you separate them to avoid future breakage. Next up, we'll brush the rings with your choice of hot sauce. The hot sauce of the day is the tasty Peri Peri Lemon Herb. I went with extra mild because I didn't know how good these were going to actually come out. But next time, we're going to get some extra spicy boys to balance the sweet and salty. After you brush a few layers down, mix together 1 packed down cup of brown sugar and 1 teaspoon of garam masala. Now grab your thick cut bacon and coat it in the salty spice. Carefully wrap the bacon around the sauce-coated onions. Make sure that you minimize bacon overlap and that there is no exposed onion. Leave it on a cooling rack on top of a foiled covered baking sheet to catch all of the grease and drippings. And repeat until you run out of bacon or onions. I only had 1 pound of bacon, so we got 6 full rings out of this batch. Bake for at least 30 minutes in a preheated 400-degree oven. And 2 tips that the recipe did not note: you will have to change the foil. Mine started to smoke after the 20-minute mark, and it didn't stop. And I recommend flipping the rings after 25 minutes to get an even crisp, otherwise you will have a soft underbelly situation. And when they were just about ready, for extra crispiness, throw them under the broiler. Keep a close eye, because you can't burn your rings, and I let them rest for a minute on a paper towel to catch any extra grease. And then enjoy with a cocktail that we're going to make right now. Today's cocktail, Blurrgfire. Today's beverage is normally non-alcoholic. I think I can get away with spiking it just this once or twice. This is for a double. Combine 8 ounces of lemonade, 4 ounces of pomegranate juice, 1 ounce of habanero lime syrup, 4 ounces and a bonus splash of vodka. And we're going to quarter a lime, Rub the rim of the glass with the lime and coat it with either red sugar or red salt. The choice is yours. The first one, we did sugar, second one salt. Both delicious. Add some ice and top yourself off. And it's just about time to die. Cheers. Oh, that's much better. Today's game is Slay the Spire, developed by Mega Crit Games. Released in 2019, and it's now available on all the platforms. PlayStation, Xbox, computer, even mobile. I know. Slay the Spire is a roguelike deck-building card game RPG. If you don't know what I just said, let's fill you in really quick. A roguelike is a game that loves to kill you, and when you die, you start from the beginning of a newly, randomly generated map, sometimes with upgrades that you purchase yourself. So with these upgrades, or maybe just your 40th hour of playing, you finally get lucky and are able to finish it. Maybe. Deck building card game. Using cards to play attacks or abilities, and collecting new cards as you defeat enemies, constantly changing your strategy on how you play. You collect cards, alright, and you use them. RPG is a role-playing game. You play cards until you run out of energy, then they do, then you do, then they do, then you do, then they do, then you do, then they do, until one of you is dead. Now that we're on the same page, let's talk about this game I've been playing a ton. Or tauntaun. Star Wars joke, you have to drink. By you, I mean me. So you pick a character, you only start with one in the beginning, you have to unlock the other three, and then travel up these three kind of randomly generated maps with branching pathways. So you can kind of pick where you want to go, so you can choose more shops, you could choose more question marks, you could choose more stronger enemies and get better items. It's all up to you. And with risk comes reward. If you fight more boss monsters, you get more permanent upgrades. For just the run, nothing stays. A path with more bonfires where you can heal a small portion of your health or permanently upgrade a card for the rest of the run. While smart, doing this too much, you won't have any good items and you won't last very long. Shops, you can buy new cards, remove a card, buy relics and potions. Or you can chance the question marks, which are any of the other squares randomized with a few weird bonuses where you get a curse or items or gold or take damage to get this. It's random. Choose at your own risk. There are 4 characters to choose from. Every character has completely different cards except for the basic attack and defend. Playing a different character with the same strategy will not work. Get used to seeing this screen. My first 8 hours or so, when I finally finished the game, I was playing as the Ironclad, which is the first character. I stuck with him because you heal health after every fight, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a big deal. You don't just walk around and find healing potions in barrels like every other game. Very rare, very scarce, very important. Papa John's. So, after each fight, you get random items. You get gold, a potion, you get to choose between a few cards to add to your deck. Or you can take nothing. That's up to you. Stick with a small deck with some good cards, you might be able to make it. And stronger enemies drop relics, which give you a permanent boost until you die. While battling, during your turn, above every enemy, they'll show their intent. Either they're going to do an attack or any sort of spell. It's not more specific than that. So you can kind of predict what they're going to do, so you can get ready. If they're going to do an attack, you can play more defense. Playing defense, use the card, gives you that much defense points. So if they attack with that much, you absorb and negate that much damage. Simple! So while that may seem easy, it doesn't always work that way. You won't always have enough defense. Sometimes your hand will just be offensive. Not really helpful, so you have to take that 32 hit damage. Not great. So if you think you're just going to block everything and then attack them here and there, no, it doesn't work that way. It'll work early on, but later on, no dice. And soon enough, you'll be right back at this screen. Yep, great job. Now that you understand defense, think you'd be able to finish the game? Maybe. What's great about this game is it's one of those easy to understand, difficult to master. Even if you have the deck you want, it doesn't matter. You're dead. This game will unapologetically kick your ass, and I'm here for it. I love it. Oh, a bonfire. I think it's time to make some food before we die. Again. Fried Endorian Tip-Yip. Start with your boneless, skinless chicken breast that we cut into a thinner, more uniform size. First, we're gonna season them with salt, pepper, 1 rough chopped shallot, 2 cups of buttermilk, red pepper flakes, cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, onion powder, white pepper, garlic powder. Mix until combined. We're going to plastic wrap, fridge for minimum 8 hours. Now, potatoes. Peel and cut into small chunks, and you're going to boil them in salted water until tender. Reserve a little bit of the liquid, and we're going to put them in a potato ricer and mix them with salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, sour cream, half and half, a little bit of the reserved water. And if you use a ricer, all you have to do is stir, season to taste, and I forgot to record this part. Oops. Now to season the dry batter for the Tip-Yip. Flour, black pepper, white pepper, paprika, onion powder, garlic salt. Mix to combine. Now get your oil heating up while you coat the chicken. Take the chicken from the buttermilk mixture to the dry mix. Toss to coat, then bring back into the buttermilk, and then again into the dry, and either put on the side or directly into the hot oil. Don't overcrowd. Give each piece 4 to 5 minutes per side, based on thickness, until perfectly golden brown. While these crispy boys fry up, we're going to make our gurek gravy. I recommend making this gravy a day before when you marinate the chicken, so everything is extra delicious and all the flavors have melted together. Combine in a small bowl 1/4 cup fresh parsley, 1 tablespoon of thyme, savory, and marjoram, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1/2 cup of olive oil, and immersion blend until completely smooth. Then add 1/4 cup chicken stock and then immersion blend until it's combined. You can make this in a blender, but it will take much more time and lots of blender side scraping, but you'll still get the same result. Also didn't record this, might be. Remove chicken to rest on paper towel, or leave on a 200-degree oven on a pan sheet lined with a cooking rack while you finish the rest of the batch. Now that everything is ready, we plate. Put down a big old bed of mashed potatoes. Make a top layer of diced green beans, carrots, and corn. I really recommend not using the frozen kind because wow, they suck. Top with 3 crispy Tip-Yips, even the one you check for doneness. Turn the plate, give a double outside circle of gurek gravy, and bam, our last meal. Enjoy, and sweet dreams. And that was some tasty Tip-Yip, but it won't matter. We'll be dead in no time. Boss fights. High health, high damage, slightly longer battles. There's a few different bosses, so you never know who you're gonna get. Well, you kinda do, but it doesn't matter, because you won't know who's killing you till you're already dead. And some of the bosses really suck. Oh, too busy taking damage on the earlier fights because you burned all your cards, you didn't kill the enemies fast enough? Cool, here's a 56 damage attack. That's gonna kill you in one hit. Guess where we are again. Are your potions even helpful right now? Do you have enough relics? Is your deck good enough where you can actually do damage and not die? The bosses will really let you know. But don't worry, it was just the first boss. You start back in the beginning, you'll be there in no time. I'm not gonna give strats away. All I have to say, kill the minions, and risk reward is worth it. Sometimes. If that day you do manage to kill the first boss, guess what? You get healed, off to the second stage. Wow, congrats, great job. But guess what? Everything gets worse. Well, the cards and relics are better though, so now we start this again. The struggle to the top. Testing you. Showing that what you're really... Oh, you're dead. Alright, I mean, one more time. You didn't get that far. Okay, come... Really? Are you even trying? Did you listen to anything I said? Well, don't worry. At least while you continue dying, you will slowly unlock new cards for the character you're using. And maybe your weird strategy of dying all the time might just pay off. And now, we sit at the bonfire before the final fight. Now you gotta want it. Gotta get motivated. Let's calm those nerves. Now get inspired. Get motivated. And how do you get motivated?
Aircraft from here will join others from around the world. And you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today.
It does.
We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore.
Not anymore.
We will be united in our common interest.
Slaying the Spire.
We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
I don't know about you, but I'm inspired. Okay, you ready to do this? Let's go. Oh, come on. Race back to the top. Just come back in like an hour. When you do finally beat the last boss, you deal damage to the heart of the spire. It shows how much damage you've done and how much damage everyone's done. The number is surprisingly big, given that the game is pretty challenging. And that's it. You did it. You slayed the spire, but not really, because it's still standing. But great job. Great job. Everyone. Golf clap. Golf clap. Great job, everyone. Fantastic. And now you unlock the 4th character, and you unlock Ascension mode. So when you ascend, there are more boss enemies in every run, giving you more reward, but more risk. I'm on Ascension 2. It's a pain in the ass. I also have like 4 save files, so that kind of probably doesn't help. Just like that, it's time to get back on the murder train. Get back up that spire. And let's really see how high this spire goes. Thank you for joining me on this delicious climb up the spire of death. Special thanks to Bill Pullman, always coming through the motivation. Appreciate you, love you, miss you. And check out the Black Spire Outpost cookbook. It's actually pretty good. It's got some weird stuff. I made the simpler things today and they were pretty tasty, so can't wait to try some weirder crap later on. I made one of the non-alcoholic cocktails alcoholic. Oops. But that's it. Play the game. It's on Game Pass. If you have Xbox and Game Pass, play it. That's how I played it. Because it was like a rewards mission and I got like 500 points for getting like 20 floors up or whatever. And I don't regret it. It's fantastic. I now own it on Switch. So I can play it on the go and hate my life. It's amazing. I love it. Absolutely try this game. If you like card games or RPGs or challenge or spires. Well, that's all I got. If you slayed the spire or are curious about slaying the spire, let me know down below. Love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate everyone. That's all I got. I'm gonna have the rest of that cocktail because I made a double. And let me know if there's any other game you want to see. And I'll see you real soon.